take on additional duties, and they were supposed to pay me differential pay.
That is not what I've asked you. What I've asked you is that when you took on the role, did you get additional benefits and allowances?
Yes, you're supposed to get additional benefits and allowances.
Did you get?
Did you get?
But I did not get, no.
Okay.
Did not get. Okay, that's
correct.
fine.
I did not get.
Okay.
Yes.
So, upon conclusion of your role in an acting capacity, did you return to your substantive role as campaign manager?
Partially correct.
So when you concluded the assignment, you returned to your initial role?
Partially correct, sir.
What part is incorrect about it?
As I said, I was told by the regional director in Senegal to step down.
So please, let's not mix up the issues. What I've said to you, you've agreed with me that you were hired as a campaign manager. That's correct?
Correct. Yes, sir.
You got an acting role as associate country director.
Yes.
Upon completion of that assignment as associate company director, you returned to your initial role as campaign manager. Is that correct?
Yes, partially correct, as I said.
Okay, that's correct. Okay, so fine. Can you recall when you started your leave in the year 2014?
Yes, I can recall.
You can?
Yes, sir.
When did you start your leave?
The period I started my leave was right after the bomb blast that happened.
When did you start your leave specifically?
I don't know the specific dates, but it should be in my brief, sir. But I know the circumstance around it.
Yes, Council.
So can you confirm to this honorable court, according to your terms of engagement, how long you were entitled to for leave? What was the period of leave you were entitled to?
That the leave depends on the circumstance.
No, hold on. Simple question. According to your terms of engagement, what was the period of annual leave you were entitled to?
This was not an annual leave, sir. So that is incorrect. You said at the period I took leave, that was not an annual leave. So that statement is incorrect.
What period of time were you entitled to for your leave? Okay, let's say that the leave was not an annual leave.
There's different leaves, sir. They have annual leave.
Can you please not interrupt me and answer?
Witness, can you listen, please? Just
yes,
let him ask the question. Yes.
Just let me ask my question. This leave that you took, how long were you entitled to for this period of leave?
My lord, they are different types of leave. They are annual
leave. I think council has withdrawn that word annually. So he now said the leave that you took, how long were you entitled to?
The leave you took in 2014. How long were you? Yes, in 2014. The leave you took in 2014. Let's forget whatever nomenclature it is. The leave you took in 2014. How long were you, how long was the leave period that you were entitled to?
Original leave period that I took was about...
That you were entitled to. Don't mix up my question.
That I was entitled to take, sir,
is
2 weeks, which was extended, yes.
You were entitled to 2 weeks?
Yes.
Yes, Council.
So during the period that you took this 2 weeks leave, who was your line manager then?
My
Who were
line
you?
manage
Yes.
my line management was not there.
Your line manager. Who were you supposed to report to during that period you took that leave, the 2-week leave? Who was your line manager?
My line management when I was on leave, when I took my 2-week leave, is supposed to be the regional office director in Senegal and in the UK, and the acting director in Nigeria. So all three of them need to be informed.
So you're saying that you had 3 line managers. Is that what you're saying?
Those are the line of management, the protocol when I'm
No.
on leave.
What I'm asking you is you particularly. Yes, every employee has a line manager.
Yes.
Who was your line manager?
At that time, the regional, I was reporting to the regional.
To the regional what? What was the capacity? You were reporting to who?
To the regional director, because they were in the process of hiring the acting director in Nigeria.
So you were reporting to the regional manager.
Yes.
The regional manager or regional director?
Regional director or regional. Yeah, he's the director for the region, Oxfam region.
All right.
So your line manager was the regional director?
At that time, yes.
Okay. So before you went on this 2-week leave, did you obtain a written approval from the regional director to proceed on this leave?
Yes. I believe it came from the regional director. I can't recall if it's region or also UK, but yes.
No, it's very it's very important that you confirm who your regional manager was. That's 1. 2, the period of time you are entitled to leave. And 3, if that period of leave was granted in writing. Those 3 things are very, very important. You can't say that you can't remember.
Yes, sir. Those things were granted.
So please, those 3 things. Who was your line director?
I had multiple.
Excuse me, Council, let's save the time of the call. She had answered those 2 questions.
I've answered it.
The last question is whether before she went for the 2 weeks leave, there was a written approval from the regional director.
Thank you, my lord.
That's on that leave.
Yes, ma'am.
Can you answer that, please?
I got approval in country and also with the regional director. So the in country acting, the person that was acting as director for Oxfam.
So what I'm asking you, so just so like my lord has said, so we don't waste my lord's time.
Yes.
Did you get a written approval? You have said the person you're reporting, your line manager is regional director. Did you get a letter in writing from your regional director before you proceeded on your leave?
It wasn't from the regional director. It was in country, because in country, the finances come from UK into Nigeria. So the protocol, you didn't let me finish, sir. So I let you finish.
You're answering your question. So answer mine. And then you can say whatever you want.
Did you get a written approval
from the regional director?
My lord,
before you proceeded on leave?
I got the regional approval. It was from in-country acting director. And then the regional director is copied on that approval.
So you didn't get an approval from your line manager?
The line managers are 2 line managers, because I'm 3. I'm an expatriate. So an expatriate has 3 line management. They have the in-country one that needs to be notified, the regional one, and the UK one, because funds for my salary, for my leave, all have to come through those line of commands. So if you're asking,
please, can you tell the court those 3 line of commands, please?
Yes, ma. So at that time, I was acting associate country director before I went on leave. I stepped back down to campaign manager. They were supposed to advertise.
I don't want stories, please. Tell us the line managers, because we are talking about in-country.
So that line management was just in-country.
Let's have the three line managers, please.
Yes, ma. So in-country, my lord, yes, was an acting director that they just hired. He was a new director. I believe his name was Constance Chona. So that was who was the person that was handed over to me. But my leave was approved before he was hired by the regional director office. I cannot recall that regional director office.
But you said you got approval of the in-country director and regional director copied. But now you say you got approval from the regional director. So which one do I believe?
No, it's both, ma. It's both in-country and the regional director, ma.
So was that a written approval?
Yes, it was a written approval, ma. And they paid for my annual leave and my ticket to go back to the US. Yes, ma.
So it was an annual leave?
Yes, ma.
Because when council did ask you, you said it's incorrect and not annual leave.
Annual leave, it was a medical leave because it was after the bomb blast. It was me and my daughter. We had to evacuate on leave to get medical attention, ma. So it was medical leave, actually. So annual leave is incorrect.
It wasn't an annual leave again.
It was not annual leave. That's incorrect.
Okay, council, over to you, please.
Thank you, my lord. So this leave that you've referred to as both an annual leave and a medical leave, would you be surprised if I told you that you started this leave on the 3rd of July, 2015?
I can't recall the exact date, sir. Yes.
So you came to court and you're asking for all these sums of money and you don't know the exact dates of what you're claiming?
No, sir. I can pull up the forms, but yes, it's in that period.
You didn't think that this was serious business?
That's incorrect, sir.
What is incorrect that this is serious business?
This is serious business, sir.
Okay, so would you be surprised?
Those dates are correct.
Would you be surprised?
Let me put that on record because you did refer her to that 3rd of July, 2015.
2014,
yes.
My lord.
2014, my lord. And I have the document open. Yes, it's correct.
You said 2014, 3rd July 2014.
Yes, my lord. 3rd July 2014.
Yes, counsel.
Would you be surprised if you find out that this your 2 weeks leave, you didn't resume until the 18th of September, 2014?
That is correct, sir.
Okay.
Is it also correct that you did not resume from this leave until you were contacted by your line manager?
It's partially incorrect, sir.
It's partially incorrect. Can you confirm to this honorable court that you were given a query for being absent from work for that period of time?
I got an email query and I responded, correct.
So you got a query and you responded to the query?
Yes, that the query was false and I provided the claimant my medical documents that stated all of my queries, the inquiry, which was from the 19th of August, 2014 to the 9th of September, and those emails. And I also copied, because there was also when I was supposed to come, the Ethiopian and Delta Airlines delay. And then I also got an acknowledgement email.
Can you just, I don't know, you are not just here to tell stories. Yes, counsel.
Yes, my lord. So just last we heard was that
she got that email, the query via the email, and she responded to same.
And I responded. Yes, my lord.
So yes, it was after you got the query and you responded to the query that your employment was terminated. Is that correct? Is that sequence correct?
Pardon? Can you go again, sir?
After you got a query, you responded to the query. And after the response to the query, that is when your employment was terminated. Am I correct?
Partially incorrect, sir.
So is that sequence wrong? There was a query, you responded, and your employment was terminated. Is that sequence right or wrong?
That sequence is wrong because once I got that, we had a rebuttal to appeal. We have a right to appeal. So that sequence is missing that appeal side. So that's why I said partially incorrect.
Okay, so
thank you.
Let me tell me if I'm wrong. So what is supposed to happen is after your employment is terminated, you have the right of appeal. Isn't it that the right of appeal is after the termination of the employment?
You asked me the sequence. You said first I got an inquiry, correct? Okay. Then I responded to can you go on that line? Yes, sir.
You've said that what I said is incorrect. I've conceded that point to you. I'm saying that your appeal process came up after the termination of your employment, right or wrong?
Correct.
It's correct.
Yes, Counsel.
Did you exercise that right of appeal?
Yes, sir. Yes, that is correct.
How did you do that?
I exercised that right of appeal in writing with supporting documents, which was copied to the Nigerian office, regional office, and the UK office.
Yes, Counsel.
Were you invited to face a panel virtually?
Yes, that is correct.
It was correct.
Yes, Counsel.
Did you honor that invitation?
No, I sent.
No, that's fine.
I sent a response, so that's partially incorrect, sir. So I was asked, when I write an appeal, it's supposed to give me different dates where it is convenient for both parties, because that virtual appeal happens in UK, my lord, and I was in Nigeria. And at that period, I was mourning the loss of my dad and his remembrance. So the dates that they chose for me, so they gave me, I believe, 2 or 3 dates. The date that I chose was not convenient for the board members. So I now replied and I said that, can you guys consider this date? So that's why it did not hold on those dates, because we were still negotiating over email the date of that appeal, because it was not convenient for me. And I responded. So that's why it did not hold.
None of the appeal did not hold on any of the 3 dates.
It did not.
But you were notified of those dates.
I was notified of one of the dates that they were available. So we had a conflict of dates. So that's why I'm explaining, sir.
Okay, so I'm going to ask you this now.
Counsel, hold on. Let me put that on record.
I'm so sorry, brother. I'm so sorry.
Yes, Counsel.
So please correct me if I'm wrong. The grounds for which your employment were terminated were 1, insubordination, 2, absence from work, and 3,
absence what?
Absence from work.
Okay.
And 3, inappropriate communication with your line manager. Am I wrong or am I right?
Those were the false accusations, correct.
So those were the reasons that were given for your termination, for the termination of your employment. Am I correct?
Correct. Those were the false accusations that were given.
So,
yes.
My lord, that will be all.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Any question for re-examination?
None, my lord. And that is the case of the claimant. We thank your lordship for the indulgence.
Yes, so the claimant, the witness is discharged.
Thank you, my lord.
Yes, Babajide.
Yes, my lord. My lord, I know, my lord, I've tried to avoid pronouncing that Bunyamin. Yes, I thank your lordship. My lordship, your lordship, in the circumstance, we'll just be asking for a date for us to open our defense. We have just one witness. We're happy to do it either physically or virtually. Either one is fine. So just a date for the defense to open this case.
Allow you to choose. Do you want to come physically here to Abuja?
Incidentally, we're both in Abuja, so that's fine. I think both counsel and...
So I think that would be good then. Let's have a physical trial.
Well, much obliged.
Yes.
Much obliged.
Yes, I'll suggest the available dates to you. We have 26th day of May. You could check your respective diaries, please.
26 is not convenient to us.
All right, we'll check a further date. That's for defense. We have 10th day of June.
10th June is convenient for the defendant.
Claimant's counsel. All right. So I believe on record you have just a sole witness, defendant's counsel.
Yes, madam. Just one witness.
So upon agreement of both counsel, the case is further adjourned to the 10th day of June 2025 for continuation of trial.
As copies.
Counsel shall prepare witness for trial.
As copies.
All right. So thank you. The case is adjourned.
Thank you, my lord. Thank you, your lordship.
Thank you, my lord.
Right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day, my lord. Have a good day, everyone.